Hey guys, thank you for clicking watch on this video. Welcome if this is your first time here, or welcome back if you have watched my other videos, and thank you. I am doing a catch-all video right now of all of the things that I haven't had time to get to yet. If you're new here, I have 6 kids and I homeschool them all. Well, one of them is a toddler, so he's not getting homeschooled yet, although he does like books. But anyway, I just haven't had time to do individual videos, so I'm just doing one big one. So the first thing I open, this is printed from Hard Copy HQ. They are a very fast homeschool printer. I like them a lot. And you can see this is Build Your Library level 11. So this is for my junior. She also did Build Your Library for 10th grade. She's currently doing it. She really likes the books. What is her name? Emily really has done an excellent job of choosing books that are like more contemporary, modern books, as well as some classics that are needed. I'm going to grab actually a couple. So this is a real example of how my channel is run, because I always forget something. So these are 2 of the books that are from the reading list, and I'm going to show you it, and it is available on her website before you purchase the curriculum. But I was able to get these from a local library bookshop, and they're used, and they were like $5, $6 each. 6 and 4, so $10 for 2. But you could see this is the type of like book that she selects, and she just went through and updated all of the levels. She's actually currently working on 12th grade. So in the last couple of years, all of the high school and I think the lower levels have been updated very thoughtfully to account for like things out of print and stuff like that. So this is one of the books, and then 1491 by Charles C. Mann. He also wrote, I'm pretty sure, 1493, which is an Ambleside Online and other Charlotte Mason curriculum assignment for American history. I'll show you guys the table of contents, why not? And sorry, my cat is meowing. I don't know what her deal is. It's like all my animals wait until I'm filming to come out and, you know, be around. Okay, so that's that one. Let's look at this one. And there's like a book about Henry VIII's 6 wives and stuff too, but not the musical. Which one of my girls just had a dance from. Wow, that is hard to read. It's a good thing I can read calligraphy, huh? Might want to pause and read that. Anyway, so that's that. And then I have my little notes here to see what pages I could show you. So page 25, and there is a sample of the first week available on the Build Your Library website. So if you want to see that, you should feel free. And that's where I went and saw what I could show you. Also, I can't show you it because it was not included in her sample. She tells you how to break down the credits for high school credits. So one thing I forgot to mention is that Build Your Library is like a comprehensive all-in-one curriculum. So you purchase this as a file on her website, and then you get immediate access, but you have to have it printed. But it includes all the subjects. So here you could see you have history, science, English, more history, more English, and then you have an elective, which this year's drawing. So this is your layout, and this is what the student would follow, or if you're doing it with your student, you would tell them what to do. And similar to every other program, it tells you which books to use. So this is the Before Columbus one that you're using in week 1. Then the history book, this I believe is a DK book, and then History of the World Map by Map. I thought this was such a cool book. And a lot of other programs have this approach as well, but I was so excited to see this in Build Your Library, and I'm really looking forward to that. CK12, my daughter is doing the biology this year. She doesn't need to. She took biology last year, and she's also did the Sabbath Mood biology, but she really likes the online format, so she's just doing it for fun, I guess. And then... oh yeah, this is for next year. I was like, oh wait, I don't have those books yet. I just ordered these books, actually from Thrift Books. And Emily also is selling a lot of books on her website, like used books, to help people find them. So anyway, so she will be doing, the point of that whole tangent was she will be doing the CK12 chemistry. And I actually made a video about this showing the different ways to use that as a secular, free, online, like open source science. And you can either go watch that video or you could just go on there. It's kind of like Khan Academy, but different. Anyway, so then Periodic Tales. This is like a living science book, which looks really cute. I mean, interesting, not cute. Sorry, you can't say cute about high school literature, right? Then Literature, The Knife of Never Letting Go. Excavating English. I think I ordered this book, but I'm not going to do all of the English books because I think it just wouldn't be a good fit for her. I did get Why Poetry. I'm really excited about that. And then Writing and Composition, it tells you to do dictation. This I'm pretty sure has like a how to do dictation for this level. She has it in the younger level, so I'm assuming it's here. And then you have Drawing Lab. I don't know if I ordered this or if she's going to do it, but she's really liked the electives in the level 10. So it's kind of like she sees it and she's like, well, it's written there. I should just do it, you know? So that's page 25. And then here is what the lessons look like. So this is day 1. This is all the things to do. And I really love how in-depth this is because you could really just hand this to your student, assuming, you know, they can work independently and all that jazz. But it's really like, there's no question, what do? I don't know. It's like, this tells you exactly what to do. So I really commend Emily for that. And then again, this is all available on their website as a sample. So I'm not going to spend too much time on here. Another strength of this curriculum is that there's like documentaries and things that are assigned. I really like that. And movies. So, and my student likes that type of stuff. So I'm just going to show you through the end of what was shown on the website, and then that will be it. So that is all available on her website, and that is what we are doing for junior year, definitely for history. And so this is like the second half of world history. So she'll be doing that for her history spine as well as her science. She'll be doing CK12. Sorry, there's like a splinter here or something from my table. And she will be doing all of the literature books, but we might do something different for English that has more like go write an essay about this type of stuff. I'm not sure. And also maybe Brave Writer boomerangs. We'll see. But anyway, so really excited about this. Build Your Library level 11. Then we have something completely different up next, if I could get it open. All these boxes have different packaging. This is for 6th grade, but the material is 7th grade. So we have to see if this is going to work or not. This is the Christopherus Homeschool Resources Astronomy. You could see it's grades 7 through 9. Oh, I forgot I got this. I'm excited about that. So the way that Donna has rewritten the Christopherus curriculum is that she's made for the middle school, 7th and 8th grade, a teacher's guide and a student guide. So we got this for the English as well. In my experience, you cannot use this curriculum independently. You really have to be doing it with your student. So that has been challenging for me because I wanted to use it independently for my 8th grader and it just like did not really work. So with that in mind, I absolutely love Christopherus. I love all their materials. I feel they're very thoughtfully well done, well researched, well written, based on lots of life experience and Waldorf experience. I am terrible at Waldorf. I am every single year saying I'm going to be better at it and still struggling, but I keep trying. And my son, who will be in 6th grade, is obsessed with astronomy. So I had to get it, even if it's not going to work, even if we have to do it in 7th or 8th or 9th, I had to own it. I'm just going to show you a couple of pages because I did not check the website in advance. I did not have time. But so there's like resources. Let's look at like one page of this. So, the way that Waldorf science works, my understanding, is that it's very experience-based. So you are going outside and looking at the sky. And there's other curriculums that do this as well, but it's just, this is my understanding of like Christopherus. Like, you're not trying to read from a book about these things. You're trying to experience it. And like, what does that mean? And all those sorts of things I can't articulate well quickly, but that's the thing with this. Let's take a look at the student guide real quick. I'm trying to be mindful of not giving away too much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just show you this amazing photo. By the way, I totally forgot until I saw this. When you purchase this curriculum, you get like 6 additional documents. Like one of them is full color slides like this. Another one involves math. All activities I'm sure my son would love. I'm not sure if he is old enough to do them or not. I think he might be. We did play around with some algebra the other day. But I did want to just let you know that it's not only these 2 items you get these other goodies too. One of them's from NASA. And so it looks like the way that this works, let's see if I can quickly figure this out. So there's like this reading. Basically, it looks like Donna has broken down the reading to these different sections. Let's see if I can find how to use this while we're filming. There's teaching advice, goals for the year, turn to part 2 for an excerpt. Oh, interesting. It says, because it takes place at night, they have not given this the main lesson structure as in other publications. It's up to you because it's going to be based on what's in the sky. So yeah, there's astronomy PDFs, how to proceed. It says to start at a certain time, do this and that, specific ideas for your lessons. There are specific experiments to set up. There's dictation for the student to give. So this is really going to take a lot of time of looking through. I can't really quickly show you, but if you're interested, go on her website, Christopherus Homeschool Resources, I think.com, and they do have samples on there of these things. So check it out. It's also pretty affordable, especially considering that like full year levels are really expensive. Then I got this because I was just so excited about getting all of the things from Christopherus. We use, Charlotte Mason uses a lot of natural history as like the foundation for science, and Waldorf does as well. Like there's lots of stories. For example, a lot of the Burgess books like Jimmy Skunk and other creatures, whatever their names are, Lightfoot the deer, those are actually like listed in the Christopherus second grade like animal tales. So there's a lot of overlap with that. And so I thought it might be interesting and good for me to kind of look at this as some of my like personal study, like mother culture, I guess. And so it talks about, this is pronounced Goethe, by the way. I didn't know that. I took European legal cultures in law school, and my professor was from Paris. And every time he said that, I was taking notes, right? And I don't even know what I wrote. And it literally was not until I was introduced to Waldorf and how they use his theory of science and color that I was like, oh, it's Goethe, right? Because that's how you think it's pronounced. Anyway, that was a very confusing semester of learning about Derrida and Goethe and Kant. Anyway, so I think that's kind of the thing about the like experiential stuff. Like it's based on that style. But anyway, so let's see this real quick. Really cool. Again, look at her website for the sample. I don't want to get in trouble because I did not have time to prep in advance. Okay. Next, we have a little one. Told you it was going to be random, right? We went from junior stuff to science and astronomy. Okay, I got a copy of the Jungle Book. This was included in the Writing with Ease, I think. And so I wanted to read it. It's also a very well assigned classic in Ambleside and other places. I do want to give a warning. Some of his stuff is sus in terms of modern reading standards and just humanity. So if that is an issue with this book, I will have no problem setting it aside, but I was thinking that it might be something that we could use. So not sure, we'll keep you posted, but also I love the way that they're doing this set of books. We also have Alice in Wonderland, which I'll show you at some other time. But it was really a cute little excerpt in Writing with Ease. So, and my 2 kids are really in that I do together. I school together. Are really into animal protagonists. So, all right, this is IEW. If you read on my blog, oh, this is stuck on here. That sucks. I recently started doing IEW stuff with my 5th grader first, and then with my 8th grader. And the reason why it's working out is I didn't get all of the training and watch all the DVDs and stuff. I kind of forgot that existed until I had these in my hands, and I was like, oh, I guess I could do it okay. So what I like about the IEW, aside from like the way that it teaches or that it teaches writing, is the content of the lessons. So for my 5th grader, I got ancient history. And for my 8th grader, I got US history. They do have science ones as well. So that may be what we do next with my, both of my boys actually. But I thought this would be the most engaging, interesting for my 2nd grader, but for next year. I'm going to show you what the lessons look like. It's kind of boring, but she really likes Fables. So it's kind of similar to what we're doing with writing with ease, but it's different. So you'll read this and then you make a keyword outline. Although here, I guess it's telling you to circle the keywords, so that's good. It's like a different approach than the older levels. And then I haven't looked through this, so I can't tell you what else it has, but there's like games to play, there's vocabulary at the end, and it's just so, it's like open and do it. Like, that's it. We're just doing writing. And someone asked if they should do this or writing with ease. I think that they're sufficiently different, so I would do both if you have room in your budget. If not, I would look closely at the samples online, especially I think christianbooks.com has the most in-depth samples, and they have comparable prices to Amazon. So I think that they're a small business, so, you know, by all means support them. Here are the lessons included, and I looked at this before choosing. Memoria Press does assign this level, but not this specific topic. They do like, I think it's about like, it's something like Pioneer, Frontier, Discovery, Adventures, something like that. And it's like, it's very like Little House-y type stuff, but not Little House, if you know what I'm saying. Here's the overview of the scope and sequence, if you need that. But anyway, so I thought this would be more suited, and I talked to my husband about this, like, which one do you think that she would actually like? Because if they actually like something, it makes it more pleasant. Not that we only do things that they like, but if we're teaching writing, perhaps we should do that through a lens that's going to be most accessible or interesting to the student. So, and that's what I did with my other 2 kids as well, with the ancient history and the US history. And by the way, the good thing about if you do the history or the science is like it includes that topic for the day. So that's another strategy to consider. Anyway, so you've got the teaching tips on the outside, and it's telling you how to make a keyword outline. Here's the example for that one that we just saw. And I'm guessing that this might be for older students without reading through it. One of the things the older levels do is like they introduce the concept of like adverbs, and then they say go back and add adverbs to all of your paragraph or whatever. So I really like that as well. It's like you start with the keyword outline, which is using similar skills as the writing with ease, which is distilling information and retelling it, but in a very highly structured way. I have heard that some kids hate it because it is so highly structured, and I get that. What I would do if I were you and you were looking for something structured, but you struggled to do it like every day, is I would just loop it in. So we do IEW and then it's so boring and we can't stand it. Take a break. I don't feel like it's like other curriculums, which I'm not going to name drop, but if you know me in person and we've discussed this, I'm sure you can guess what I'm talking about. Certain curriculums, I just wouldn't even try. They're too daunting, too intensive, too much writing on the page. It's like insane. This is not that. This I feel you could definitely do in manageable bites. Maybe do it once a week, maybe twice a week. Maybe that's good enough. Anyway, okay, The Gift of the Tree. This is a picture book for Memoria Press, I think this year. This is like week 30 or something, and I didn't have it, so I got it used, as you can see. So this was on Amazon. I don't think it cost this, but someone else bought it at Savers and sold it on Amazon to me, which, by the way, is a good side hustle if you're interested, although now they're catching on to it, and it's much harder to get these things, these books. Like, they're so expensive now at all these places because of the resellers, but Still a good business to have. I really could benefit from selling a lot of stuff that we have that we're not using, but I just have such limited time, as you guys know, because I just realized I'm talking so fast. Okay, this one I'm really interested and excited about. This is the Dave Ramsey Foundations in Personal Finance High School. This will be for my 9th grade son. I'm really interested to see. He actually ironically found Ramsey on YouTube. He has a current side hustle. He goes and he paints curb addresses, and he has other ideas as well, like pressure washing, things like that. But he's made like $600, and he only charges $10 to $20 per curb. So he's really hustling. We ended up opening a savings account for him, and he has a debit card that he can use to buy tools, like for example his spray paint, which ironically he cannot get from Home Depot, but he can get it from Amazon. So he uses his debit card and like a scraper, and he has a whole toolbox set up. Anyway, so I thought it would be cool. He's not really interested in doing a language right now, so I asked him like kind of what he's interested in, and he liked the Dave Ramsey show. So I got him this, and it is a homeschool curriculum. There are online things as well, but I'm trying to get the student offline. So I got this textbook, and look, it's got these little questions that you answer. So that is something I look for in a curriculum, and it looks pretty standard in terms of pictures and different things going on. So that is that. Did I show you the table of contents? Oh yeah, I did. Let's look at the back. This is cool. I really like how they have a really strong like infographic situation over at Ramsey. Whoever works in their graphic design, I really like your work. Oh, and then there's a chapter test. That's great. This could be easily used for any sort of co-op or charter or what have you. So this will be one of his electives for next year. Running out of room. Okay, let's go with this other huge box I've got here. We're almost done. Actually have a webinar in 40 minutes with the 5 Northwest colleges, which are Reed, Puget Sound, Lewis and Clark, and I don't remember the other ones, so better hurry up, huh? Okay. This, you're never gonna guess what's in here. Okay, this is math. So I got Saxon Geometry. Remember Saxon? We used to do that back in the day. And then I switched because I was looking for something that had more of a live component, and we found Mr. D Math, who I love. But unfortunately what is happening with 2 of my students is this like, oh, I have math class, and then they disappear onto the internet for 4 hours. I am exaggerating, but I think some of you may be able to relate to what I'm saying. And it's just a whole thing that I don't want to have to manage. So this year we are going to try, and it's also really expensive, by the way, to have 3 kids in high school math with Mr. D. It is like several $100s to register for the class, and then you have to pay either like $500 up front, or you pay monthly, something like that. Don't quote me, don't at me, I'm not exactly sure. So my oldest will be taking calculus with Mr. D Math because she doesn't do this whole internet black hole thing. And I think it's important to have a live calculus instructor. This, I feel like we can see how it goes. If you don't already know, I was an Algebra II tutor in high school and finite math tutor in college. So I feel like I have enough of the bandwidth to help them. Additionally, these 2 students do go to tutoring like through the library, online and in person. So I don't feel like that's something new that we have to figure out. We already have that in place. So I'm just putting those out as like kind of caveats, as considerations. So the one thing I wanted to do, in addition to getting like the textbook, is like, well, how do you do this, right? So I got the lessons for the computer. So I didn't want to have the lessons online because then it's very similar. Like, why not just do Mr. D, asynchronous? I wanted it to be on a DVD. I've bought the Saxon DVDs before, but Chromebooks will not run software, and you can't put these in DVD players, which I guess makes sense. So my mom was kind enough to give me an old laptop they're not using that has a disk drive, and that will be the math computer. So you have the live lessons, and you have access to this. I'm sure there's also stuff on the website. There's also, of course, Nicole, the Saxon lady, or whatever her name is, the math lady. But that is what we're trying. So this will be for my 9th grader who's just finishing up algebra. And then we went with Matthew C for my rising junior, because I was just thinking, like, it seems like Algebra 2 could be something that you'd want to have more of that, like, demonstrative lesson. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Hopefully you're supposed to cut this. So these are the DVDs for that. Let's look. I didn't even show you the geometry. So here's like the lesson practice. This is review, I'm pretty sure, of what you should already do. Oh, there's an honors lesson in here. That's cool. Let's look at and I'll look at the geometry for a second. But like I said, I got to get to that webinar. Test. So this is just tests. And then we have the instruction manual. Oh, they have a blog, email, newsletter, online support. Very good. For specific math help, you can call them. Okay. So I like that. So there's review. Let's scoot this over a little bit. Lesson 1 exponents. And my kids haven't done Saxon or this type of stuff for a long time, so they're gonna have to get used to. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to say. So they don't always print the stuff out and write it down. Especially my son is very guilty of doing mental math, which is like not good, and I see that. So one thing Mr. D Math is doing as an organization is they're gonna be selling printed binders with all of the math materials, which I think is a great move. Of course, I could have, tried harder and made him print his stuff out or printed it myself. But there is an aspect of parenting teens where it's kind of like they need to learn from their own mistakes a little bit, and you need to also be on top of them as a home educator, but kind of seeing how stuff plays out. And so in this case, the way it's playing out is now you're going to have to write, things down. My daughter, she prints her stuff out and does it. But anyway, okay. So you would do this after you watched or while you're watching the DVD. That's the Algebra 2. Let's take a peek at the geometry. So this is the solutions manual. So this was actually one of the selling points for me of Saxon. And if I don't like the Matthew C, I may go back and buy their Algebra 2, was that it shows you step by step the solutions. So that was the selling point for me. Let's look at this, the test book. So I would probably photocopy this or have them do it in their notebook, not do it on there. Let's look at and I think these are pretty comparably priced. Again, there is a better deal on certain websites. And so this is from Rainbow Resource. You can also get it directly through Saxon or Matthew C, or you can get it on Christian Book, wherever you get your favorite math curriculum from. Christianbook.com was where I originally got the idea of this bundle with the DVD. So, and Rainbow Resource you can download if you want to download the lessons instead of having the disc. You can go there. All right, let's do one quick one because I have one more involved thing. So this package I got from eBay. It's from England, so it has custom stuff all over it. That's why I'm opening it off camera. And we'll see, hopefully I got the right book. 'Cause the last time I got a book from England, they sent me the wrong thing, which was a huge bummer. Oh yeah, it's the right one. Okay. So this is for this year, I think. This is an old book, which by the way are not that expensive, kind of upsettingly. All right, so we have a history of everyday things in England from 1066 to 1499. And I have another... I have the next one of this, but I just adore this book. It's kind of like other books that I've shown you that I have. So this is printed in 1945, it looks like. And it just talks about different things during that time. And it gives you a little bit of a timeline, and it has these gorgeous color prints. So that was why I got this book. And by the way, getting a reprint of this, I don't know if they don't have them or if it cost a fortune, but that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get this old one. And there's a few copies floating around. I bet you could also possibly find it on thrift books. Anyway, so that is that for next year. Told you it was going to be random. I've been sitting on that one for a while to open because it took forever to get here. So the timing of everything is just... this box is going to have a bunch of stuff in it. Okay. Oops. This is my last thing. All right. So this is my huge blossom and root, all the things. We've got 6th grade science and lab notebooks. Let's start with that. So I got 2 of these because this is from will be my my 3rd grader and 6th grader next year. So I want to get one for each of them, even though my 3rd grader probably won't be doing that involved of notebooks. So you have lab number 1, which is completely in here. And I'm pretty sure this is in the sample, but I don't remember which pages are from it. So I'll just show you also the blank page. So very, very user-friendly. And then this is the lesson guide. So this I did write down what I could show you. So the theme for this one, let's see. Wonders 1 and 2 I have written down. So these are the lessons, the stuff of stars. I think this is all that's in here, right? And then there's going to be a 2nd level, which is about like biology and things. So this is the book list. I don't remember if that's included, so I don't want to show you it and then get in trouble. I think it is though, but then there's wonder number 1 and wonder number 2. Okay, let's show you that. So wonder number 1, I don't know if we're going to be doing everything completely in depth or what, or how we're going to do it at all because I've got these 2 kids. But the goal is for the physical science aspect of this. That is why I got this. I've shown you guys the books in several of my unboxing videos, and I'm really excited about them. And then the second, so this is volume 1. Volume 2 has like more of the biology and things, so I'm really excited to see how that goes. That has not been released yet, but I think it's included with this purchase. I'm not sure. So I got, this is for my 11th grader. She was interested in doing kind of like a multicultural, so before I get into that, I bought the bundles of this from Hard Copy HQ, so you can pick which, like you can either upload a file and do everything independently, or you can just buy the bundle. So I got the bundle of these 2 things. So I'm not exactly sure what is here. I've got student notebooks and a book of centuries. I don't know if she'll use this because she is going to be a junior, but anyway, I got it just in case. She wanted to do like, what is the word? Like the race and ethnic studies / like whatever the thing is that has the fist on the cover from Oak Meadow. But that's only a semester, and it didn't have the style like literature based that I wanted for her because she really likes literature based things. So this is going to be her elective. I'm not sure what I will be calling it. And I've also applied through UC Scout to use their on-demand basic, whatever the thing is where the teacher from like a school can administer a class. I applied for AP African American Studies. So my thought is I will use Blossom and Root as my main like guide, as well as the books that are assigned on the advanced pathway. And then I'm also getting the textbook for AP African American Studies, and I will use these 2 things together to make this amazing learning experience for her. So that being said, I got both levels during the sale, and I'll show you everything that's included in the sample. And she's really has always been into this style of like, or this area of learning, which is like learning about other people, other cultures, perspectives. She just finished an anthropology class and a cultural anthropology and a humanities class, and she's currently taking sociology and just finished ethics of politics or morality of politics or something like that. So I think this will be right up her alley. And these are all like the introductory things. Here's what the lessons cover. So this is designed to be done in 1 year. but I'm trying to do one per semester, and I'm just looking for a page number. There's no page number on here because I feel like I don't want to show this entire supplemental book list. Here's the advanced, where's the advanced pathway? The advanced pathway covers Indigenous peoples. Oh, here's the book list. Wait, no, this is not it. Whatever. Okay, it has the like people's, let me see, advanced pathway. You could see on the website. Anyways, let's go to page 27. These pages are not numbered, so I'm having trouble figuring out what I could show you or not. You'll have to look on the website. Anyways, it uses the young version of Howard Zinn's U.S. history, as well as the a different mirror book, as well as different versions of that. There's one for Indigenous people, and then there are books, I think, about Asian Americans. I've shown that in a previous video. It might be for this, and it might not be for I was looking at the wrong page number. Oh, sorry. It shows Wonder number 1, 3, and 6, and 8 in the sample on the website, if you want to check that out. And then this shows page 1 through 19. So now I could actually figure out what I'm showing you. Again, this is all of the background information. And here's the lessons covered. If you're with the charter, you could see which of these would meet your requirements. Right, that's 1 through 19, then 27 through 29. Book list for the standard pathway, and page 41. This is the book list for the advanced pathway. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have different mirror, young people's history of the United States, Indigenous people's history of the United States, and then you have these options. I got these two. We will not be doing this because I feel like that could be its own thing, and I really want to focus on this lens. But if you're interested in that, by all means, you should get that book. And then there's these really cool additional resources. These are written for a teacher, so you may want to review those and then figure out how you would want to implement them. Then I can show you page 53. So here is part of the lesson. So it says all pathways. We're doing the advanced pathway. You can do this for younger kids. There's a standard pathway, gentle pathway. That is how this is laid out. And here, again, one of the things I love about this curriculum is it has different approaches. So you could watch the video, or you could read something, or you have go read this document, which, by the way, if you're trying to do the AP class thing, reading documents is a big part of that. So just to put that out there. Then page 146. Lesson 18, Flight from Ireland, stuff about that, because this is many voices. And to 151, that's that whole lesson. Go on a virtual field trip, I just love that. And then 253. So this is more obviously American history, not African American history, obviously, because it has Asian and Indigenous, and that is what I love about it. But I'm just saying, because of what I said earlier. Documenting the war. Another strategy, by the way, if you are interested in the AP situation, is instead of having to get credit for an AP class, which requires applying through the College Board and through UC Scout, you can just say preparing for an AP test as the name of your course, and then sign your child up for the test. That may be something that we do. I'm kind of just trying to figure out what our options are right now. But here we have documenting the war, and 259. So again, lots of amazing Smithsonian Magazine, PBS NewsHour, archives, exactly the type of thing that I would be looking for. So that is River of Voices, Volume 1 and 2, which we are planning to use, or I'm planning to use for my junior, Volume 1 and 2. Let's take a look real quick at the student notebook. Very straightforward. I may not even use this because you could see this is really targeted for a younger audience, which is great if you're doing this in 5th or 6th grade. Wonderful. And then a book of centuries. I may give this to one of my younger kids. It's just for writing different things. So And then if you keep it, you have this wonderful thing that you've worked on. So that's really cool. I might actually really get that for my younger ones. All right, so let's pull everything back into the frame so that we can capture it. A lot of stuff, a lot of ground covered. I hope you guys like watching this video. Whoops. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite thing that we did, or what you have any questions about. And otherwise, thanks for watching.